Hey guys, it's Bryce. We're gonna just talk the Sunday football games. I'm gonna give my predictions for all the Sunday games. First, we have the Patriots Jags coming up in just a few minutes. This is probably the worst of all of the European tour games that we got. Patriots Jags both have 2 wins total combined. That being said, I do think the Jags have the advantage with them already staying in London for now 2 weeks in a row. I think the Jags pull this out in a very ugly game. We also have the Dolphins and the Colts as one of the first Sunday early morning games. I think the Colts pull this out. Anthony Richardson's back. Tua's still not playing. The Dolphins have looked absolutely terrible. That being said, the Colts take this win and move to 4-3. Falcons Seahawks, I feel like this is going to be a really amazing game. I think the Seahawks are going to pull out the win. They have not looked great the last 2 weeks, but I think they turn it around, and I think they beat the Falcons in a really high-scoring, really entertaining game. Titans-Bills, Mason Rudolph is starting instead of Will Levis. Will Levis has a shoulder injury. Even if Will Levis started, it didn't matter. I still think the Bills are too good. Amari Cooper is going to play this game. It's going to be over by halftime. It may be over by the first quarter. The Bills pull out this win. Bengals-Browns. This is a game of 2 teams who desperately need a win, but I'm going to go with the Browns to pull out the win. I think this Bengals defense has way too many holes, and I think this is finally going to be Deshaun Watson's Browns breakout game, and the Browns get the win. Next, we have Texans-Packers. Joe Mixon's back. The Texans look like they're fully healthy, with the exception of Nico Collins. This Texans team has a lot of holes that C.J. Stroud is covering. That being said, the Packers are pulling out the win. I think the Packers have a little bit of a running game behind Josh Jacobs than the Texans do behind Joe Mixon, and I think that is the factor into why the Texans lose to the Packers today. In what could be the best game of the week, we have the 4-1 Lions versus the 5-0 Minnesota Vikings. The Lions are the best team in the league, and without Aiden Hutchinson, they're not going to look as good, but I still think they're better than the 5-0 Vikings. The Lions looked really good last week, and the last time we saw the Vikings, they didn't really look that great. They didn't have a passing touchdown, and I think that the Vikings get their first loss of the season this week. Alrighty, we have a revenge game for Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley and the Eagles are playing Saquon's old team, the Giants. I think the Giants pull this off. That defense is a lot better than people give it credit for. I think it's a top 10 defense in the league. The Eagles still have way too many holes. I still think the Eagles are going to get out-coached. I don't think Sirianni's that good of a head coach. This is going to put Nick Sirianni truly on the hot seat when they lose to the Giants today. Alrighty, now we have a game that is potentially going to be a blowout in the Panthers and Commanders. I think the Commanders are going to win so bad that the Panthers are going to actually pull Andy Dalton and play Bryce Young again, and Bryce Young takes his job back. Raiders-Rams, this has potential to be a really good game, even though both teams are insanely hurt right now. The Raiders just traded Devontae Adams, and they're not going to have really anybody but DJ Turner because Jacoby Myers is out. I'm going to say the Rams quarterback play is better. Receiving core is just a little better, and I think the Rams have a way better run game. Alrighty, now we have a Super Bowl matchup between the Chiefs and the 49ers. I think the 49ers defense pulls out this win for the 49ers, and I think the Chiefs get their first loss. I think Patrick Mahomes throws 2 picks today, and the 49ers get their revenge on the Chiefs. Now we have Sunday Night Football, Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. We are going to see Hassan Reddick potentially tonight, and we are going to see the debut of Devontae Adams in a Jets uniform today. I think the Jets pull out this win. Russell Wilson is going to look absolutely horrible against this elite top 5 Jets defense. I think the Steelers benching Justin Fields for Russ was a mistake, and it's going to be clearly apparent tonight. But yeah, that was my Sunday games Week 7 predictions.